Most editors are terrified to raise their rates because they think their clients will leave. And honestly, if you don't do this right, they will. Hey guys, my name is Stevan, and for the past few years, I work with more than 25 clients, multiple school games winners, and I even edited videos for Alex Hormozi himself. And the system that I'm about to walk you through is how I managed to raise prices by 50%, sometimes even double, without losing a single client. And by the end of this video, you'll understand the exact 3-step system that makes rate increases feel natural instead of awkward. And most importantly, you'll know when to ask so they actually say yes. Now here's the thing most people don't even realize. Losing a client when you raise your rates is almost never about the price itself. It's kind of like when the car breaks down in the middle of a highway. When car dies in the middle of a ride, it's rarely because something fell apart at that exact moment. It's usually because someone ignored maintenance weeks or even months before the drive ever happened. And it's the same way with clients. If they leave when you raise your rates, it's usually not because the rate was increased. And it's most likely because you didn't set up a relationship from the beginning. Let me walk you through the 3 steps that makes rate increases inevitable and most importantly easy. The first step happens way before you even mention rate increase. It's all about how you position yourself from day one. Most editors position themselves like executors. They want to be told what to do, deliver when asked, and then disappear until the next project. And here's the problem with that. If you're an executor, you're automatically replaceable. And if you're replaceable, raising your rates becomes a negotiation instead of natural progression. But if you position yourself as a partner, someone who understands their business, fix their problems, and proactively add value beyond just delivering videos, then raising rates is not about negotiation anymore. It's just reflecting value you're already providing. Here's the real example for this. When we were working on content connected to Alex Hormozi's 100 Million Money Models book launch, we weren't just editing videos and sending them back. No, we were flagging retention issues before they even became a problem. We were looking at what was already working for him in his past ads so we can implement it in a better way in our own. We were making the client's life easier, not harder. Now that's the difference. You need to be indispensable way before we even talk about money. So how do you actually do this? Actually very simple. Stop only communicating when you're delivering. When a client sends you a footage, don't just download it and disappear for a week. Instead, you can message him like this. Got the footage, just reviewed everything, and I'm starting the edit now, and I should have a rough cut by Thursday. And while doing that, when you find something that could improve their content, you can mention something like this. Hey, I noticed your intros are averaging 12 seconds. We could probably tighten that to 8 and see better retention. Do you want me to test it? Every time you do this, you're reinforcing that you're not just a pair of hands. You're someone who's invested in their outcome, and that makes raising your rates justified instead of random. Now step 2 is about building a case for your rate increase before you even ask for it. There's actually a study that found people are more motivated by progress than they are by completion, meaning showing someone that they're getting better results over time is more powerful than just delivering one big outcome at the end. If you just show up, do the work, and leave without even highlighting what's improved because of your work, the client has no frame of reference for your value. But if you consistently point out measurable wins, better retention, more engagement, or higher conversion rates, then your value becomes undeniable to him. Now here's how I did this with one of my school games winner clients. Every month I will send a quick recap of that month. Hey, I just wanted to highlight your average watch time this month jumped from 42% to 51%, and we're seeing a way better engagement on the content we've been structuring with tighter hooks. That's it. It literally takes 30 seconds to write. Now, obviously, there's gonna be a little bit of analytical work behind it, but the point is, now the client has a clear view that working with you is producing results, not just content. And when you eventually bring up the idea of raising your rates, they're not thinking, why would I pay more for the same thing? They're thinking, yeah, that makes sense. We'll be getting way better results than before. And the key here is, don't wait for them to notice. Point it out, reinforce it, make sure they know the wins are directly connected to the work you're doing. Now step 3 is when and how do you actually ask. Now most people get this wrong because they bring up rate increases at random times, usually when they need more money and not when the client is the happiest. And here's the right way to do it. Ask after a win. Let's say you delivered a video that performed very well. Retention was up, comments were positive, the client's happy. That's when you bring it up. Not in a desperate way, not in a I need to charge more way, but in a a partnership way. And here's the perfect framing I would personally use. Hey, really glad that last video performed well. I've been thinking, we've been working together from X months and the results have been solid. I'm currently locking in my client's roster for the next quarter, and I wanted to check in with you first before I finalize everything. I'm planning to adjust my rates to new price moving forward, just to reflect the level of work we've been doing. Does that work for your end? Did you notice what happened right here? You're not asking for a permission. You're informing them about a decision and giving them an easy way out. But you're only gonna do this after they've seen consistent results with you, so the decision feels easy. And here's the key psychology shift. By framing it as locking in my client roster, you're subtly communicating that you're in demand. You're not desperate. You're making a business decision. And they're just invited to stay if it makes sense for them. And this worked in almost every scenario I had with my clients. And not because I'm special, but because I've already built a foundation for that. I showed the value and I timed it right. So here's the system. Step 1. Build the foundation early by positioning yourself as a partner, not just an executor. Step 2. Create measurable wins and make sure the client sees them consistently. Step 3. Time it right. Ask after a win. Frame it as a partnership decision, not a desperate request. Now, if you do this, raising your rates won't feel scary anymore, and it will start being inevitable. And honestly, this is just a small part of how I'm building relationship with my high-ticket clients. And they actually stick with us long-term and refer us to other clients, which is crazy. Now, if you're thinking, okay, but how do I actually implement this with my clients? Well, that's exactly the kind of thing I'm breaking down inside my High Rise Academy. It's a free community where we go deeper on positioning, client communication, pricing strategies, and how to structure offers so high-ticket clients sees you as indispensable. There's already over 150 people in there learning how to close and keep premium clients, sharing real wins and supporting each other through the process. No fluffs, no upsells, it's just a practical system that actually works. Link is down below if you want to join. There's nothing to lose, it's completely free. Now, bottom line is, you don't need to be scared about raising your price. You just need a system that feels natural for both you and your client. Now go and apply this, and the next time you bring up rate increase, you're gonna be surprised about how easy a conversation is gonna be about this. Now, if you want your life to be just a little bit easier, come enjoy High Rise Academy. It's completely free, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.